Enter the stranger. What defines the value of the past?
The stranger enters the city, burdened by expectations. The stories of unrivaled splendor create a sense of preemptive awe. Everyone knows that these grand monuments changed lives and fulfilled dreams. There's an itinerary of important places that will tell the full story of the city. The stranger will see everything and understand the city at once, for they know the myth of its history. But really, the stranger is doing nothing but searching through all the evidence to recreate a city never experienced.
The flattened city is easy to understand. It has a linear history, a glorious past meant to be replicated, and all of the tidy centuries that followed.
This is the view that people cling to. Throughout its history, the rulers of the city have destroyed entire neighborhoods to highlight or recreate that glorious vision. It's easy to make an identity out of these beautiful things. Symbols can be reappropriated to fit a new version of the city and the people. The past deemed to be important is kept perfect and still, behind bars, because when things are contained, their narratives can be controlled. The past is objectified and given value. But what defines the value of the past?
When a chance comes to reshape identity, the recent, messy past can be ignored in favor of the ideal image of the glory days. The informal boundaries of market stalls are again replaced by columns. A crooked plot of land is poorly forced into a perfect piazza. A funeral stone may become a palazzo's decoration. Rebirth occurs.
Despite the attempt at flattening the city's history, the city can't help but speak the truth. When the stranger becomes a traveler who wants to learn, the layers begin to show themselves. The traveler may start to notice odd details. A door at the second floor level, a column misaligned with the wall, an opening to nowhere. Some elements are assembled out of order. A medieval iron cross sits above an ancient obelisk standing on the back of a Baroque elephant. The same elements are reused throughout time in different forms and find new value as a resource. A column half buried in a church wall was once in a temple, once in a market, once in a church, once in a wall, once a column.
1 or 1,000. There are people in these walls. Are they waiting here? Sometimes necessity makes the portico become an arch. Other times, an obsolete theater transforms into a neighborhood. This natural cycle is not born out of malice or morals. It is simply a product of change. As generations come and go, their values and needs change. The city ages with its inhabitants. At the end of the day, the city is human.
While one would want the city to have one identity, it is a palimpsest instead. Every part of the city, from the windows to the street levels, tells its history of adaptation. The people of the city walk among the layers. They understand the hidden meaning in a way that the stranger struggles to decipher.
It's from the 1st century before Christ. It was a nephew of the Emperor Octavius, and it was used as a theater. And afterwards, in the medieval age, they built up a sort of a castle, a defense castle, and you can see.
So what defines the value of the past? It's always shifting. It changes as the traveler learns to see the city, piecing together the clues of its history, and the beauty comes from this change. One might come to understand how precious the times of struggles and darkness of the city are, as they teach lessons that the glorious times cannot. While the stranger seeks splendor and empty monuments, the traveler values the past as a whole and understands that the city is the obvious and the concealed, the success and the mistakes, the rise and the fall.